position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense, they are tenacious. And they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quarterback adapting. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Looks it in at the 40. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game. And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looking for the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Absolutely center cut. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. They pick up a 5.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
And the Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to the well. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll run play action. Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Toss to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Barry. Finds his big tight end. Stumbled to the ground.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Gentry. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Barry. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The kick is on its way. Catch is made at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Aguirre. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And the Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too, to try to get him going there.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now the play fake. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Thomas. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Moves away as he feels pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw again. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got the tight end. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big third down catch. Can set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Off the play fake. Still looking on the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Got a man, it's Grove. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Grove. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that outright.
The Seminoles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Looking to throw on first down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. There's still plenty of time here, but huge momentum on their side.
Huge momentum. Way to get out the gates early. Early in the game to get up a couple scores, that is a beautiful thing. Takes the pressure off, puts the pressure immediately on the other side of the football. What a start.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 21 to Ohio State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Lining up to convert third down. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on third. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
They kick it away on fourth down. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Using the quick game. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Wants to fire on second down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. They believe they can run right here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Seminoles are facing 3rd and inches. They'll send the back in motion. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Might as well give it to him again. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Unleashes one deep. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Pulls it in. It's Grove. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They'll leave it with him. Finding open areas. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Caught near the sticks. It's Boone. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
The Noles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Crow. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Got his man, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the tailback. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dropping back, it's Berry. Caught. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Grove. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks.
Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Looking for space to the left. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. Smashes through the tackle. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes with the return. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Barrett. Just a short pass to the tight end. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Just keep slinging it. That's reeled in. It's Grove. Turning it on. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Grove. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Gentry. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown Seminoles! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over Liberty. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive from the 42. To the air on first down. Skips away from pressure. Runs through the tackle. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
That's caught. It's Grove. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Catch in the middle, it's Grove. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early,
going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wants to go up top on first down. He lost one down the sideline. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Give to the running back. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This